Hey guys, Viggoman here, and welcome back to another episode from Osterham. It's been a little while, but as you know, we've been working on a small side project, but now we're finally back to this wonderful city. I don't know about you, but for me, coming back to a project after a little break is an amazing feeling. I'm just filled with inspiration and the building is so much fun. So I hope that you guys will enjoy today's episode as much as I did making it. Well, what are we building today, Vigo, you may ask yourself, and the answer is we're working on the harbour in the poorer district of Osterham. We are building a small tower to communicate with the ships where to dock, if there's other ships leaving, if the weather is bad and whatnot, just like a communication tower between the harbour and the ships coming in. We're also building the harbour master's house and his office building where people pay taxes and where all the organization of how stuff should work in the harbour is done. Then we're adding a couple of houses next to that, and also we're building the massive fish market which you guys have been asking for. Today I also have 3 tasks for you guys, which I want you to comment your answers down in the section if you want to participate, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. Before we move on, I just want to say that I'm not entirely sure how long it will be until the next video from Osterham, because in a week's time from now I'm leaving for a 2 weeks vacation with my wife. So I will get as much work done as I can before we go, but I'm not sure I will finish a video before that time. Anyway, let's move to the showcase part. Before I tell you guys about the task for today, let's take a quick look at what we built, like an overview here. So, as you can see, we've been working on the harbour, and I gotta say, this place is looking super nice. It's so cozy in here. And then we have the communication tower here, and we have a little like covered market, like a small market here. The harbour's house, or harbour master's house, the big white building. Then we have some different houses. We're going to check those out in a little bit. We have a dry dock actually here, which is cool. They're building a ship here, and yeah, it's looking pretty awesome. And we have a lot of these storage shelters, whatever you want to call that. I don't know, like storage houses, warehouses. I don't know. Like that around here. I also added a little bit of a harbour here on the western side, I guess, of the town here for like smaller fishing ships, which is pretty cool. Then we of course added the gardens and stuff behind these houses here, and then we have the massive covered fish market that you guys have been requesting. Now let's talk about the tasks I'm having for you guys. This is just a little fun thing to have some interactions and give you guys something to think about. But I have created 3 murals for today's episode, and what I want you guys to do is to take a guess of what each of them are. So the first mural we have here, so number 1 is this one. Leave an answer down below what you think this might be. Then we have mural number 2, which is over here. This is a little harder. What do you think this might be? Give me an answer on number 2. And then the final one, number 3, is over on the opposite side of the fish market, and it's this one. This is even harder. I can barely tell what it is. Number 3, let me know down below. Now the first thing I want to show you guys in detail is the communication tower, because I love the idea of this. And honestly, I haven't been able to find any references of this being used in medieval times, but some of it is based on real medieval things. So basically what this is a tower used to communicate with the ships coming in, and especially larger ships. They would have to know where there's available space for them to dock. They might even want to know what's the weather like where's the water drifting, are there any underwater current and stuff like that, just to make sure that they're prepared for the dock here, so they can go as smoothly as possible. So basically what we have is this flag up here, and they can bring down flags to communicate what is happening. So basically a ship coming in, they can put it down here, and you know, there's letters and there's all sorts of meanings for flags and colors that I don't know about, but some of you might even know what the different color combinations are. But they use that to communicate with the captains for where to dock. So that's really cool. So this is going up and down with different kind of colors for the flags. As you can see, we have a lot of different flags being stored here on the side, so they're always prepared. But yeah, let's check out the tower from the bottom. Actually, all the way at the bottom, and we can enter it from here. It's just like a storage room, so a lot of different stuff in here, and it's not really being used too much. It's very moist and damp down here, so not the ideal place to store stuff. But on the opposite side, around here, we have a staircase taking you up like that, and then we get into this place, and this is just for the people kind of running the communication tower, and this is of course in collaboration with the Harbour master. So you come in here, there's a little desk here, you can take notes, and probably you'll have like a sheet where from the Harbour master of where of planned ships that are supposed to arrive. So a little desk there to do some work, and then we have a staircase which wraps around like this. Here we have some notice boards for all the different plans, and maybe even like instructions of the flags if you're unsure of what flag to use and whatnot. And a little area to just prepare some quick food and a place to eat, and you can still kind of look out here from the window. The staircase, whoops, like that, continues up, and you get to the top section here. Here we also have a little table you could sit at, because yeah, most of the time I don't think ships would come in. I don't know, I probably guess you'll have a little bit of free time, so just have a small place to sit and relax your legs a little bit would be awesome. Of course we have a telescope, so you can keep watch at all over the harbor here and the bay, and then the little contraption here to hoist the flags, which is really cool. I think it's looking really awesome. Next to that, we have this little sheltered market here as well. Nothing too big, and it's smaller compared to the fish market. I'm going to show you in just a little bit. But this is mainly for not just fish, but this is for people just coming in, docking up. Like here we have a small ship with some fish, and they could dock up here and start selling in the city. So just like pop-up stands selling vegetables, fish, cheese, and whatnot. Here we even have like a little extension, looking pretty cool, selling, I don't know, probably some oil and stuff, I don't know. And basically I've just tried to add a lot of miscellaneous stuff. Here we have a pile of wood, and that's probably going to be transported somewhere, or it has come from somewhere. Here we have another of these warehouses here. We have a lot of planks being stored, more wood, crates, basically everything you might need. And then around here we have two more of these. These are mainly for the fishermen. So we have like, yeah, we have some crates and stuff, but we have fishing nets being hung from the ceiling, these crates like that, and same over here. And basically just to kind of accommodate for the fishermen. And then we have the dry dock here. This is made so that we can build bigger ships, so it's easier for them to push the ships on the water. So basically it's a container, I guess, which you empty for water. And we have this like gate, I guess, to keep the water out. And it looks pretty reinforced and strong. And the idea is that this thing on the top here is like a tap, so you'd pull that out, and then these two gates on either side here would like open up like a door and let the water back in, and the ship will then float and you can sail away like that. We have two cranes here just lifting up all sort of stuff like planks and whatnot, and you could use that to maneuver and place the bigger construction things. And then of course we have the ship down there. What I tried to do is to mimic the way that like this would be dry a lot of the time, but of course it would also be moist for parts of the time, where like algae and other things would grow at the bottom here. So trying to add like a lot of these green algae kind of looking things. But I think it looks really cool, and it's a nice addition to the city. Now let's check out the Harbour Master's house. This is a building that is divided into two, so we have like the office and the administrative part here in the front, which looks really awesome, especially compared to the other buildings here. I tried to find the middle ground for where we're building kind of a similar scale and style as we have for the Harbour district, which is a little poorer than inside the main city. But also I wanted to look a little bit posher and bigger, because this is sponsored mostly by the lords of the city. So I wanted to look bigger than the other houses, but still not like break the illusion of the harbor, and I think it works. But yeah, we have the administrative part here, and behind that we have the house for the harbor master and his family, and a little garden for them. Now let's check out this building here first. So we drop down here, we come in to the hallway, and it's looking pretty cool. To our left, over here, we have an archive where all of the taxes that the captains and the ships have paid is noted down. So we can come in here and make sure that everyone has paid their taxes, and if there's ever a dispute or something, you could come in here. So a small archive there. Then on this side here we have the tax office. So here we have there's 3 people working here. You could come in here, fill out some forms, and they do some calculations on this thing to make sure that you're paying the correct amount. And then yeah, store them back here for a little while, and then store the coins and the money in this one. All right, then we can go up here into a small another hallway here. In the back we have the Osterham colors here on the wall. On over here we have a meeting room. So there's going to be one harbor master, but he's going to have several people below him working for him, so they come in here and have meetings. There's a little fireplace to heat this place up, and yeah, they could sit here and chill. So pretty cozy meeting room. Then we have a little pantry or storage room in the back here. Around here we have some offices for some of the people working here, so they could do like double check the taxes and whatnot in here. And then here we actually have a small vault. So this is where you'd put all the money at the end of the day. And there's going to be a guard here at all times, and then this will eventually be moved over to the Bank of Osterham. When, like, maybe once a week or something, I don't know. Now let's wrap up here, go up the staircase, and we come to the Harbour Master's office, and this is quite big. Osterham is built on fishing, and especially oyster fishing and trading, so the Harbour Master would have a lot of power, so I tried to mimic that with a big office, so it looks pretty cool. And then there's a little storage in the back here as well. So that is the administrative part of the Harbour Master's house. Let's go around here and go back outside, and we'll run over here. Also, yeah, here we have a small flagpole kind of sticking out from the wall here on the corner, hanging up the Osterham flag, which is cool. Okay, moving over here, we have the Harbour Master's house. I love this building here and the way it's adjacent to the bigger house here, or bigger building. We come in here, and we have a hallway, we have a little kitchen area, like that. And then we have the dining room, which is connected to the kitchen, like that. There's a fireplace, it's looking pretty nice, and a small pantry storage area thing in the back. We can wrap around here and go upstairs, where we have a small living area for them. We have, this is quite dark, but I guess you could see it, it's a pantry in there. We have a bedroom for the kids, like that. And then the master bedroom over here. And then there's also a small ladder taking us up to the attic, where we just have some storage as per normal. Let's go down here again, and we can check out the garden, which is connected through here. And here is the Harbour Master's garden. We have a nice rowan tree here, a small sitting area, an outhouse, because you need that. And then a little field is growing some, I guess, like potatoes, maybe turnips. I think this is thyme, and then the other field is just kind of growing over. So yeah, that's the Harbour Master's house. The next house here is actually a fish oil cellar. So this is utilizing the fish that everyone is bringing in and creating oil to use in food, and I don't know, what do you really use that for? It tastes horrible, I know, but you probably use it in all sorts of stuff. So this guy is making fish oil. There's a warehouse at the top here, so you can see he's hoisting up a barrel of fish here, and there's a couple down here as well. So you come in here, it's a cozy welcoming shop. We have all sorts of fish oil being stored up there and some bigger jars here. Yeah, pretty cozy. Go around here, we get to a little workshop. So there's a big workshop outside, but here he's kind of filling them in flasks and jars and whatnot. And I'm going to show you the outside in just a little bit. And then in the back we have the kitchen area for preparing the food for the family, a small area to eat and all that stuff. Let's actually go outside first now, because here we have the workshop area. We have like a stone here, and this is used to kind of grind up the fish to produce the oil. So yeah, I kind of love this design here. It's you can kind of imagine like a round stone rolling in this little gap here and just kind of smashing all the fish. So looking pretty cool. And yeah, small backyard, outhouse, important. Cool stuff. Anyway, let's go back inside and we'll move upstairs real quick. In here we have the kids' bedroom over here, just like that. We have a small sitting area for them, the family and stuff. Some storage over here. And then we have the master bedroom in the back. Looking pretty cool. There's a ladder taking you up to the storage area at the top here, and this is where all the fish and other stuffs are stored for producing the fish oil. The next building here is a fishing utility shop, so it's selling fishing nets, hooks, traps, whatever you might need for selling. This house here is built with 2 apartments in the upper section as well, so there's 2 families living here. Coming in here we have the shop. You can see there's fishing nets, fishing crates or traps, whatever, some rods and everything you might need, like lures and everything. But then you actually enter the house itself or the apartments around here, and through this back door you come in here to a shared kitchen and a shared area. So there's a bigger table here, and probably the families could eat together here a little bit. We have a big oven here and an area to prepare food, staircase going up and whatnot. And then out here we have their little garden. So they have some fields to grow crops, a little tree and a sitting area, and it's overall a cozy place. So let's go up here and check out the apartments real quick. We wrap around here and run up the staircase. So there's one here on the 2nd floor. Come in here, we have a small sitting area for them and storage. Then there's a door, whoops, like that, where we have some areas for the kids to sleep. And then the master bedroom in the back, quite big. I like this one. And there's even a small balcony looking over the wonderful backyard. That's cool. Yeah, so around here again and back through this door, we have a staircase taking us up to the 2nd apartment, which is up here. A small area here for them to sit and like prepare maybe some simple food. We have some storage, and then we have a shared bedroom here, so for the parents and the kids and everything in one big room. So it's nothing too fancy. The lower apartment is definitely the fancier one. And then up here we have some storage, which is shared between the families. Alright, lastly we have the covered fish market, and this is one of the bigger buildings in the poorer district. It's very plain, but I think it works and it just looks so cool in a city like this. And I'm already imagining the houses that are going to come up next in this patch of grass here. As you can see, I've started planning, and it's going to look so cool, I think, once we get it all covered. This is where the majority of the sales regarding fish is done, and every day fresh fish is brought into this place here. In the front here we have some banners, just kind of bringing some color into this place, and of course the murals that I'm pretty sure you guys should have guessed in the comments already. So this is looking pretty cool. Let's check out the inside here is nothing too much to look at, but we have all these stands selling fish, trying to mimic fish with this stone texture, kind of looking like fish scales. I think this one is a better example, like that. And we have some hanging fish over here like that, and barrels of fish. We even have some ice patches here with fish in it, and then we have a statue, and I'm not going to give you a task on guessing what this is supposed to be, but it's supposed to be like a fish kind of standing up, almost like this is the tail and it wraps up, and this is like the main body of the fish. It's a little dark, but I guess it works. So this is like a cross road, so you come in here, you can go down, and there's a little staircase down here. You can go straight ahead on this way, and then there's a little entrance here as well. So that's pretty much the fish market. It's looking pretty cool. I just love having these small market stalls all over the place, and just having them under like a big roof is just such a cool idea. So thank you so much for the suggestion for this one. Many of you guys suggested to put this in. And that, my friends, is it for today's episode. I had a blast building this. It was so much fun coming back to Osterham. And I think the additions we did today really took the Harbour to the next level. Let me know down below what you think of this one. And if you have any ideas for improvements or future things to add, make sure to let me know down below or in my Discord, which is also linked in the description. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.